everyone. As a New Year's resolution, I decided I was going to try and do more videos, as I think I said earlier, because people like to get information this way, and I definitely want to give information, spread information, because that all adds to awareness and getting help for kids like Ashlyn. So, as many of you know, we had our follow-up genetic appointment today. When I did my video the last time, I had just received a phone call of information, so this particular appointment was to get all of the paperwork and descriptions, the report, and possibly other research studies studying kids with BCL11A. So I went to work and saw a couple kids, because that fills my cup actually. And then my husband came and we went to the appointment together. It's always good to, I think, have someone go with you, whether you're at an IEP meeting or an appointment like we were going to, because you have a support system there with you. So, I don't know if you can see, but I decided that this was the perfect day to pick out this shirt to wear, Advocate Like a Mother. It is from, I don't get any money for this, it's from Littlest Warrior Apparel, and I believe they have a child with Down syndrome, but I love this shirt, I love this saying, it's awesome. And I also, when I went there, just wanted to be prepared, so I'm actually holding a notebook. And that is what I brought with me, and this notebook contained all of my initial notes when I first talked to the genetic counselor on the phone, along with questions that I had. I really recommend in any meeting that you have a notebook with you just to take notes, have your questions written down. It really makes a world of difference, and you don't have to walk away from an appointment saying, oh, I wish I would have asked that, or I forgot to ask them this. So I always recommend having a notebook with you. It's very helpful. So the appointment honestly was good. I didn't cry, I wasn't upset. Just like the phone conversation, it's amazing to have answers and to know that there was nothing I could do. This happened at conception. This was a gene mutation that occurred at conception, and it is responsible for her various characteristics such as language delay, some degree of cognitive difficulties, and actually, interestingly enough, they had put facial dysmorphic features in some research articles I had read prior to this appointment. And in the research article that they gave me to reference, ear abnormalities were the facial dysmorphic feature, external ear abnormalities, and she does actually have, only a mother would know this, right? This is why I always say you're the expert on your own children, that she has, one ear flapped over more than the other one. One is more kind of flat. So anyway, that counts, and it's bizarre to see that external ear abnormalities are common with BCL11A, and to see it in writing, and this is something that I had observed since she was 1 day old when I was nursing her. So really it's just confirmation of everything that we knew. I definitely had some questions. Genetic doctors tend to think of cerebral palsy as a trash can diagnosis, actually their words too, and I know that. I still maintain that she has cerebral palsy, and I made a case for it, again, in my notebook, so I could remember, and she did say that, that cerebral palsy, at least at our children's hospital, is followed by a rehabilitation doctor who Ashlyn saw and got that diagnosis of cerebral palsy from, and she didn't disagree with that diagnosis, so that was good to know. A lot of people have asked me why. Did it change anything? Why did I pursue this testing? There were actually a couple reasons, and a lot of times it's just the universe, everything came together to just be perfect timing right now. One big factor why I never got it before was the cost. This type of genetic testing is very expensive. However, Ashlyn is now on our state Medicaid plan. It's a buy-in program. I do pay a premium for it, but the benefit of Medicaid is exponential, and one of them being it covers testing like this. So that definitely was a huge check in the positive box. The other reason I did it is because in October, and I hope to share it and kind of write a summary to have it make more sense, I had read a journal article about new recommendations to pediatricians that said if a child has confirmed apraxia, that confirmed being important because there's a lot of misdiagnosis, but if they have confirmed apraxia and dysarthria refers to low muscle tone, it makes a child talk slower, maybe sound a little slushier. They don't have quite the precise movements, where apraxia refers to the sequencing of those movements. This is really like the weakness of it. So this journal article was saying that if a child is presenting with both of those, new recommendations to pediatricians are to refer to genetics because they're finding more and more that there is a genetic component. And I have recently just gone back to that article, interestingly enough, and her genetic disorder, BCL11A, is listed in there. So really fascinating. So that was the other reason I pursued it. The final reason I pursued it is I'm honestly just that type of person. If I learn something, I put myself all in. And so I needed to know, I needed to go to the end of the earth to make sure that I had done everything for Ashlyn that I could with the technology that we have available to us today. And also, you know, if there was a genetic cause, I needed to know, you know, some people, I was talking to a client who said, I don't want to get genetics done because it can tell you of potential problems that could arise later. You know, you hear about people getting genetic testing to see if they have the breast cancer gene. Some people just don't want to know that. I'm not that type of person. I need to know. And unfortunately, though it's not life-limiting, and that's the prognosis for Ashlyn, there are cases where there are seizure activity, and she said that, you know, Ashlyn could develop seizures. You know, it's not for certain, but that she's more at risk if she was under a lot of stress or hit her head, or, you know, different variables came together. She would consider someone like Ashlyn with her specific genetic profile being more at risk to developing those. And I just feel like I personally needed to know that. You know, I want to know that. So that's scary. That's the downside. But I needed to know that. Next steps really at this point, as I said, I kind of throw myself all in. And I mentioned in my last video that I already contacted a researcher who has studied this before. And while we were on a Santa train this Christmas, I, in between time with my family, was emailing the researcher at the university paperwork, signing documents, sending IEPs, evaluations, and Ashlyn, with this final paperwork, is already set up to be another case study. And that's important for me because I'm a big believer in either giving back or paying it forward. I just really am. I know that no one, you know, develops, or no one creates a nonprofit to have someone give back to them, but or just do things in general to help people expecting things back. But, you know, I really believe that we're all here to help each other. And if I can help another family and add to the body of research, I'm going to do it. And I know Ashlyn's all in. She's always all in. I should get a video soon of the both of us because we have quite a few new followers, and Ashlyn loves saying hi and loves reading comments. So I'll try and do that soon since my New Year's resolution is more videos. So we'll see. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for your support. Have a good day.